Today is 2/22/22. This podcast episode was just inspired from everything I've been seeing and feeling, and just an intuitive episode. I hope that's super helpful for you, and let's get started. About the great burnout, the censorship that is causing, I believe, in my own honest opinion, that's causing right now the huge burnout on social media. Not just with in our industry. I've been noticing also with other creators, other influencers, that they're really starting to take breaks. Some of them are starting to not focus as much on social, to focus back on their businesses. It's going to be a big thing. And I really wanted to talk where all this stems from, having dealt with it myself in the past, how to keep from dealing with things like this. So let's get to it. As always, this podcast is created with you in mind. You may not agree with everything, and that is totally perfectly okay. Like I always tell my kids, let's agree to disagree. Let's be respectful and kind to one another. Take what resonates with you, leave the rest behind. So this is going to ruffle some feathers, but let's go to it. So I have been very, I am who I am on my social and in life. And I've been doing some posts and everything. And I really loved how I did this poll on my stories. And I asked, you can, and this is something like really eye-opening. So if you're ready for this, you're welcome to do this as well. I noticed that this thing, I helped this intuitive feeling that I was being like a little bit like intimidating, or people were a little bit intimidated by me, because I get that a lot, okay? And not like, oh my gosh, she's doing great things. Not like that intimidating, like, wow, she's really harsh. She's really straight to the point. And so I did a poll, I'm like, hey, do you find me intimidating sometimes or most of the time? And a lot of people did sometimes. And somebody wrote this beautiful message to me, why I was intimidating, the things that I do that cause them to feel intimidated. But at the same token, not to stop doing that or being myself, because sometimes like she needs to hear that message. So it's okay. But she just wanted to share, like what she had been seeing in my content. So then, of course, I start thinking, right? Like, maybe this has happened to you. You make this amazing post and you're getting traction, and people are either, oh my gosh, this is so on point, I agree with you, or like, I disagree, or getting hate mail for it, or whatever it is, right? So it's usually like two types that you go through, and it makes you question everything. If you're not being in integrity with your content, being who we are can be hard. It's hard, okay? I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit here. It can be very hard because, for example, I swear sometimes, okay? Like I've stopped swearing so much because my daughter, she's 2 and she's repeating everything. So I don't want her to, like, her second word was a swear word. So I won't try to be a better mom because I don't want her swearing all the time like me. So I was trying to get a little better with it, but I still fucking swear sometimes. Like it just happens, When it's natural, it's natural. It comes out. When it's not, it's not. And some people are going to like that. Some people are not. I can be very blunt and upfront. Some people are going to like that. Some people are not. And this is my question to you. In your business, people really resonate with you because of who you are. And we are, as humans, are super intuitive, that we know when somebody's being who they are and when they're not. And people will still do business with you even if they don't agree 100% with everything. There's people that still will not do business with you even if you said all the right things. So why not take out the burnout piece, which I think is really happening right now, big and strong on social media, because everybody is faking this thing till they make it. Like the background right here is not a prop. This is actually my home. I'm sitting down by the chimney. And then I've showed some clips of the back because I have my kids like Barbie doll house and other stuff back there that she likes to play with. And that's okay. Like, I'm not trying to be perfect or showing something I'm not. Like, this is actually my home. In the background is a Barbie doll house. And, we still need to finish the stairs. And there's some little work that needs to be done in my home, the home remodel that we did here. But why am I sharing this, and why should you care? I really feel the big burnout right now is happening because people are tired of not being able to speak their inner truths and voices, of not being able to show all of the sides. You guys know I love education, okay? I love education. But some of the biggest impactful influencers and really educators in the space have been people who are very upfront and blunt, okay? Like, and a big shout out to Lisa Loves Balayage. Okay, I love her. She and I, like I've known her, oh my gosh, since like 2017. Okay, that's a long time. It's been like what, almost 5 years. And I've been had the pleasure to work, on her boot camps and just see her education and everything. She's very blunt, and she is who she is. And sometimes me and her haven't agreed on things, but we still, like, I respect her so much, and I still love learning from her. And I think she's a fucking badass. Like, she is who she is. She has an amazing story, and she also has a kind heart hidden in there. So that's just my perspective from what I see. But I'm just sharing that because I think we need to be who we are at all times. And it's going to keep us from having this fucking like burnout thing. I just feel like for me, like people are like, oh my gosh, you always talk about this or that. But like, for example, my hand, I want people with businesses that don't rely solely on their hand. All the big influencers, if you see, yeah, some of them are in the education space. Some of them have other businesses. Some of them are using their money to invest in other things because they don't want to be behind a chair all the time. And, being part of the beauty industry, we get all this pressure, right? And being in this people service type of business, this pressure, we have to be on all the time. And the only way to make money is using our hands. You guys, like, did you know that most people that have like super successful like businesses according to the world have multiple streams of income? Even with my husband and I, we have different streams of income. It's not solely reliant on us working behind with our hands, because we know, because it happened to me, what happens when your hand stops working. I lost a huge part of my identity when I stopped being able to do hair and color. And I went through a little sad time, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it was depression. I think I was just really sad, and I had to do a mindset shift of how can I have a business without relying on me doing the work, And right now, like, I'm in this big pivot, and I'll be sharing with you guys once everything's done, but right now I need to focus on that. And I just wanted to share this because your voice matters. Who you are as a human matters, and it's worthy of showing up in all of its forms. I show up a lot here without my makeup or my hair done. And I've gotten shit for that before, but I don't care. Like, it's who I am. If you got to spend the day with me and we're having coffee right now as friends, sometimes you're going to see me like this. Sometimes you're going to see me all dolled up. Like, those are pretty much the two. I'm gonna look in between, but I think I really look like natural, or I go like full glam. So that's for you too. Like, who are you? Like, not all of my things are good. I get frustrated sometimes. I can be very impatient sometimes. I learned to be more patient through this whole situation with my hand. But I really feel like the whole burnout right now that's happening within not just like social media, but in all platforms, is because people are tired of performing. Like, you will not see me doing like I'll do like goofy like videos, but I will not do like a reel or a certain video or learn certain steps like everybody does. That is not something that I do, okay? That would be like so out of alignment for me. Doesn't mean you can't do it. That's the part of your personality. Go and do it. But if I was to do only trending reels or dancing videos all the time to grow my business, that would be such a huge disservice to myself, to my business, and to other people, because that's not who I am. Like, I'm not going to learn freaking choreograph. Like, to be honest, AF, my husband and I were getting married. I love bachata, so I wanted to learn bachata dance for our first dance. So surprise dance, and it was so much work and so many steps. I was like, F this, like, we're not doing this. Like, I don't want to do it. So are you feeling burned out? Are you feeling like you want to quit? Are you feeling like you don't want to show up anymore on social? Like, how have you been feeling? And I just wanted to come on here today and share with you that you are not alone. You are so not alone. There's so many people right now that are going through the burnout, and I think it's because the whole constant need of being put up. Like people are using like, or be relatable. So, people connect with your content, or be happy. Don't show like the other things nobody wants to see. Only show things that your audience wants to see. But you know what? Like I connect more with humans that are like me than I ever would trying to be something that I'm not. And I wanted to create this podcast episode. The video is up for this today, because next week I'm going to be bringing on the guests, 2 podcasts next week with 2 different guests. And I did want to share that on my podcast with guests, I don't always agree 100% with everything that they say. So you will hear me this is my perspective on it, and it's respectfully, because I believe that we all get to share perspective, and we get to disagree very respectfully, like not disrespecting each other or being mean to each other, but we get to voice our opinions. And that's a very important part of being a guest on my show, is that I want you to share your opinion. Of course I do. And not to agree with me, to agree with yourself. And if I disagree or have a different point of view on it, of course I'm going to share it. Doesn't diminish you, doesn't diminish your voice. And I think it's so important now in this new era of social media that we stop putting like this freaking like filter like we do on Instagram to not show our, our big bags under eyes, our, my little veins are popping out. All my imperfections that I have in my skin. We do that with our content sometimes, and I really feel like that's the burnout. Also the burnout of having to perform all the time. Like, I love education, but man, has there been so much education lately where like you have to show up this many times, and you have to be like this and like that and like that. And I think it's so much more about being honest and truthful about what we can offer, and not doing more than we can. And I just think it's been such a pivotal shift. And if I can like say anything or predict anything just from what I'm watching right now, is that probably there's going to be a huge shift in all of the industry and everything. And with today, I'm recording this podcast is 2/22, is being released in real time. I feel as a collective, we're all like ready to take the fucking mask off. And I don't mean just the masks, because it started to happen. And let me share this final example with you to help you. I went to Target this weekend, and okay, go Target. I love Target. No, they don't sponsor nothing from here. But I went to Target, and where I live now, we get the choice that if you, let's leave that part out. But anyways, you get to wear your mask or not, okay? And there's certain guidelines you have to follow. So I decide to keep my mask on. I will always keep my mask on because I just want to. It's my personal beliefs. Just to give you a little bit of an insight, I lost my hand post-COVID 2020, full function, and sometimes like I did an email. If you're part of my email list, I keep it real AF there too. I sent an email about how I was so frustrated. I was crying because I couldn't unscrew like the curtain rod because my hand, I just don't have the strength it used to. So I go to Target, and I see people with masks, without mask. People without masks saying hi to me, and I say hi. People without masks talking to me, with masks talking to me. And it was so beautiful. So beautiful. I loved it. You know why? Because there we go to the let's agree to disagree. Maybe people with masks may see me with my mask, without masks may see me with a mask on and be like, that girl crazy. But you know what? I'm going to say hi to her. Maybe I see people without a mask, and I'm like, hey, like this is how I see it. I'm like, it's your choice. You go. I'll say hi, and I'll be polite to you. You're an amazing human, and you get to have your choice to live however the fuck you want. It ain't my job. It ain't my job to keep everybody safe. It's my job to keep myself safe and live within my own boundaries. And it's your job to keep yourself safe and live within your own boundaries. And I am so ready for this. I am so ready to start seeing everybody's like beautiful sides, because everybody, like, right, this whole fucking thing where we all have to be happy all the time and perfect and put together to determine like our worth, I think it's bullshit. Like for somebody to say, oh yeah, if Celeste doesn't have her makeup done or her hair done, she doesn't know how to do color, she doesn't know how to do makeup, she doesn't know how to style hair, she doesn't know how to be a businesswoman. If Celeste doesn't show how much she makes per year, she's not allowed to be an educator. Like I think it's all bullshit. That's why I don't show how much I make. I don't. I'll tell you this much, I don't believe in the 6-figure. And my husband and I make way more than that. Why am I fucking sharing that? Because that's what I mean. And whoever caught that. Who didn't. It doesn't matter. Because I don't think there's a need for me to share that. I think that's personal information, and you should be able to share how much you make if you want to, and how much you don't if you don't want to. You get to live life on your own terms. Social media is a tool, and they have done things to make it addictive, and I know it can be super fun. But we have to go back to remembering it's just a tool showcasing what services we give and who we are as humans. And people are going to connect with us. People connect with me even though sometimes I swear, or sometimes I'm not like the best mom, for example, what was something that I did? Oh yeah, so my baby was crying, and she was like throwing stuff at me. And so I put her down, put her in timeout. She has a little couch just like this, baby version. And that's her timeout chair. Like she knows. And I put her timeout. Now, some people would think that is so mean, like you shouldn't do that. And other moms would be like, yeah, I would do the same thing. It's personal perspective. And the more that we can live our lives authentically, like fuck online, but in real person too, the more happier that we'll be. And I know this is like a beauty, business, and mindset podcast. But most important is a people connection podcast. Like I'm here to connect with like-minded individuals and humans like myself. And you are worthy of all your blessings. And I have so much love for you. If you need to take a break, take a break. You do not need to announce it to the world. I'm taking a break as I'm releasing this. I'm just telling you guys because we're recording this. I feel I have something in my hair. Because I'm recording this at the moment. But I'm going to be taking a break, just to focus on some things and finish up tidying up my lounge right now. And it's okay. And I'm not going to announce it to anybody. It's like only you guys on the podcast. No, I'm going to be showing up for a podcast here every week and still creating my weekly emails every week to connect with, the people that, I connect with all the time and that love me and that follow me and that want to learn from me. That's what I have email for. Like I don't rely solely on social. And, I just think it's so much more important that we go back to our why. Why are we doing things? And how are we like censoring ourselves? And my son, he always tells me like, Mom, you do like this really pretty voice, like, and I was like, I don't do that. And I was like, oh yeah, I do. But I do it because I'm excited. So I'm trying to work on that to get rid of my pretty voice, like my son says, because I'm trying to be who I am, but it is who I am. I get freaking excited. My voice pitches, okay? Like it changes because I'm excited. People are like, oh, you do that on purpose. I'm like, well, no, actually I get so excited that my voice does that, okay? But I'm going to work on that. But if people don't like it, I don't fucking care. It's like, whatever. It's who I am. And you are who you are. You have gifts. You have a unique perspective, unique experiences that people want to connect with you for. But most importantly, forget everybody else. You matter. Your voice, when you start speaking your truth, when you start being who you are, sometimes we get scared, right? Because like, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose the followers. I lost followers. I think how much? I lost like 30 or I don't know, or 20 something. I don't know. Followers because I am being who I am. That is perfect because I am not the person for them. I am not going to sugarcoat shit. I'm not going to say stuff is easy all the time. I can choose simple. I love simple life. Like you can make a hard life or a simple life. I choose simple. Nothing is right or wrong. It's either it's working for you or it's not. I love looking at numbers instead of what the pros say, like what is working in my business, what is not working in my business. And the same thing goes to you. Like, do what feels right to you. Don't lose your voice. Don't lose your authenticity because you think that we only have to fucking show up and be perfect or be happy or be only that light, beautiful things, right? Like the sun. The moon is fucking stunning. I love the moon. That's why I named my mobile lounge Luna. Moon. She's beautiful. She shines in her own light too. But it's not about being dark or light or about being like happy or sad. It's about being you. And us as humans have beautiful sides and not so dark sides, but it makes us who we are as humans. And I think the more that we start showing up as we are, the more that we can grow. It has worked very well for me. I have just really tried to keep all the negative shit like behind and not really share much of it. I'm here to like just really share my voice and help you move past those obstacles that we have to be the things that the world says we need to be or our industry needs to be. We get to be whoever the hell we want to be. We get to grow our business and create new businesses out of our intuitive selves, out of what feels right for us, out of, you know, something that we want to do because we're passionate about. And not all of our passions need to be monetized. That's one of my passions right there, back there. I love decorating. I don't do it for money. I do it for joy. It brings a lot of joy to me. Wearing this weird little thing, like, it brings joy to me. Like wearing different type of clothing, being natural, being comfortable with my own natural self. That brings joy to me. So choose joy, choose yourself, choose to show all aspects of you and as much as you want to. This is your life, this is your business, and we don't have to be all light or all dark. We get to be human, and being you is enough today as it's yesterday. Stepping into the highest version of yourself requires you to put yourself first. Because the person that's going to make the biggest impact in the world and come out in podcasts or magazines or accomplish all of their dreams that you want to is the human that's living inside of you already. And it's like, if you want to tap into that, and sometimes tapping into that can go through this weird metamorphosis or shift, you know, that you're like, oh my gosh, you know, but I'm losing followers, or my business is changing, or I'm not making as many sales. It's not gonna be like that forever. It's gonna be there for a little bit. It's happened to me. When I shift, there's always like this little transition period, and then this beautiful blossoming period. And that's how life is. Life is ebbs and flows of ups and downs, but it's our perspective and our reaction that we do have control over. And like I shared, I was crying because I couldn't unscrew a freaking screw because of my hand, and it's okay. Today is a good day. Today's a great day. Today I'm like, woo, we got this. And I need to like do this video and share my, you know, the aha moment I had with you. So that is it for today. I have so much love for you. Remember to stay true to who you are. Try things. We fail at things. It's okay. We learn how to not do it again. And that's the most beautiful part of it. So much love. I will see you back here next week. Bye, love.